Octaviana from Class T. In this session, we will discuss material from the legal aspects of business course. So, what's the material today? Yep, we will discuss banking law. Are you curious about what banking law is and how it works in a country? Let's check it out. So, the points that we will discuss this time include we will discuss the definition and history related to banks and financial institutions. Then, we will discuss the types of banks. We will also discuss the function and activities of banks in society. Okay, without waiting long, let's discuss it. So, what is a bank and what is a financial institution? Based on law of the Republic of Indonesia, number 14 of 1967, Article 1, said that a bank is a financial institution whose main business is providing credit and services in payment traffic and money circulation. So, what is a financial institution? Based on this law, financial institutions are all bodies that, through their activities in the financial sector, withdraw money from society and distribute it to society. So, banks are included in the financial institutions that carry out these activities. Etymologically, the meaning of bank comes from the word banco, which means bench. The bench in question refers to a table to support banking activities in serving customers. Later, the term bench continued to develop until the term bank was used in financial service activities. Meanwhile, terminologically, the definition of a bank is a financial institution in a country that was established with the authority to collect, manage, and regulate all matters relating to finance. The hope is that banks will be able to maximize the use of finance to drive the economy and improve people's welfare. According to Law Number 10 of 1998 concerning banking, it states that banks are business institutions that collect money from the public in the form of savings, then distribute it back to the community in the form of credit or other things so that people's living standards increase. Then, what is the history of the formation of banks in Indonesia? The banking institutions that were present in Indonesia for the first time were, of course, inseparable from the Dutch East in this colonial era. In 1746, the VOC founded the Bank van Lening to facilitate VOC trading activities in Indonesia. Along the way, the Bank van Lening did not operate well. Finally, in 1752, the Bank Koran and Bank van Lening was founded. However, the Bank Koran and Bank van Lening also failed to operate well and ended in bankruptcy. At the end of the 18th century, the VOC in Indonesia was taken over by the Dutch royal government. The East Indies fell into British hands after the reign of Herman William Daendels and Janssens. History records that there were several banks that had an important role in the Dutch East Indies. However, the Dutch bank that succeeded in developing and becoming the forerunner of Indonesia's central bank was the Javas Bank, which was founded in 1828. The Dutch East Indies government gave the Javas Bank a monopoly to issue money, where the circulation of money was handled by its own government. Since then, the Javas Bank has been known as the Bank of Issue or Circulation Bank. There are many types of bank and they are categorized based on various aspects. Firstly, the types of bank according to their functions are divided into three types, namely central banks, commercial banks, and people's credit banks. The central bank is a financial institution authorized to manage a country's monetary policy so that financial stability can be maintained. Every country has a central bank as the center and reference for commercial banks. In Indonesia, Bank Indonesia is the central bank. Bank Indonesia is regulated by Republic of Indonesia Law Number 10 of 1998 concerning banking. Meanwhile, commercial banks are banks that operate in society in a conventional or Sharia manner under the auspices of the central bank. Examples of commercial banks are BRI, BNI, Mandiri, BCA, Bank Mega, and many more. People's Credit Banks or BPRs are a type of bank that carry out banking activities outside of payment traffic services. The second type of bank based on ownership consists of government, private, foreign, and mixed bank. Government banks are banks owned and managed by the state, either central or regional. For example, Bank Indonesia and regional banks. Examples of government banks are BRI, BNI, Mandiri, and BTN banks. This is different from private banks which are owned by private parties, both individuals and groups. Examples of private banks in Indonesia are Muamalat banks, BCA banks, Mega banks. Meanwhile, foreign banks are banks owned by foreign parties that open branches in Indonesia. Examples of foreign banks in Indonesia include OCBC NISP, Citibank, CIMB Niaga. The last is mixed bank. Mixed bank is a type of bank whose share ownership is a combination of private foreign or government shares. Examples of mixed bank in Indonesia are ANZ Indonesia Banks, Worim Indonesia Banks, Mizuho Indonesia Banks. Then, the types of bank based on operation are few from the activities and regulations that regulate them, namely conventional and Sharia banks. Terminologically, the definition of a conventional bank is a bank that carries out its general activities while still paying attention to central bank policies and legal regulations. Conventional banks are banks that carry out conventional business activities using a pricing method in accordance with the interest rate issued by Bank Indonesia. Types of conventional banks in Indonesia include Mandiri banks, BRI, BNI, and BTN banks. Meanwhile, the definition of a Sharia bank is a type of bank whose activities are based on the principles and Sharia of the Islamic religion. In this case, Islamic banks use the principle of profit sharing as a profit and avoid usury or riba. Examples of Sharia banks in Indonesia such as BSI, BCA Sharia, and Muamalat banks. The function of banks for society include financial intermediaries. The first bank function is as a financial intermediary in line with the definition of a bank according to Law Number 10 of 1998 concerning banking. Banks are tasked with collecting and distributing money in society through various financial products, so that the use of financial can be evenly distributed among all groups. Number 2 is agent of trust. The next function of a bank is an agent of trust for the community, state and other parties who use its services. In its role as agent of trust, banks are obliged to be parties worthy of trust and use the trust of those who use their services in safeguarding and maintaining the value of money. Number 3 is agent of development. The existence of banks is able to provide activities and services to the community to increase and develop income through investment, consumption, distribution, and other uses of money. so that people are able to gain profit and the economic development of a country becomes more advanced. Agent of service. The final function of the bank is an agent of service, namely serving various financial interests of the community in accordance with its function as an agent of service. Banks need to provide financial services as fully as possible and listen to the interests of their users. Sources of bank funds are divided into three, namely own funds, loan funds from parties outside the bank, and community funds. Sources of own funds or first-party funds are funds originating from own capital or paid-up capital from shareholders. Last year's profit reserve which were not or have not been distributed to shareholders or current year bank profit that have not been distributed. Sources of loan funds from parties outside the bank's second-party funds are funds originating from loans from other banks in the country. Loans from non-bank financial institutions such as insurance or loans from the central bank. Sources of public funds or third-party funds are funds originating from the community in the form of current accounts, deposits, and savings. Okay everyone, that is material related to banking law. Hopefully, we can all understand banking law, especially as applied in Indonesia. I'm Silva Alida, I'm leaving. Thank you and see you. Goodbye.